So I was sitting at lunch with my 95-year-old grandpa, and he goes, "Are you still writing?" And I said, "Yeah, I have a copywriting agency." And so he starts asking me all these questions about intellectual property laws and if I, am responsible for whether or not people copy work. And I thought, nobody knows what copywriting is. So I thought I'd make a video about it. I'm Joy Yule from Hire a Writer. I run a copywriting agency. I'm going to tell you what that means. So copywriting is basically marketing copy. Copywriting, R-I-G-H-T-I-N-G, copyrighted material is protected by intellectual property law. Basically, it means that people can't copy your stuff. Copywriting, W-R-I-T-I-N-G, is something totally different. But it's a long enough word that by the time you spelled it out for somebody, they forgot what you were doing. So here is what a copywriter is and does. The term copy originated in the context of newsrooms. So in the early 1920s, things like that, when you've got all your Mad Men, right? And the advertising industry was really booming, it was called copy. So they would write text on a typewriter, right? They would copy it, literally copy it, send it to editing before it went to the press and things like that. So that's where the actual history of the term came from. And then in the 1930s, when the direct mail industry picked up and there was this huge distribution potential for advertising copy, it became a lot more standardized. So copywriting became an exercise where you were creating very specific kinds of text for marketing and advertising. And that's what copywriting is. It is text or messaging that has to do with marketing a specific product for sale. So basically, copywriters are marketing writers. And it's funny because I don't actually like to say that I'm in marketing, but pretty much all copywriters are. So that's what we are. We write for marketing. So copywriting has actually become a pretty profitable industry. And often nowadays, it's something that is hired out to freelancers or to agencies like mine, like Hire a Writer, right? So we have a copywriting agency, which means I have a team of writers who write marketing copy, and that's all we do. We don't do graphic design, we don't do websites, we don't do anything like that. We just write text. It's a very specialized skill, and it isn't always something that a marketing professional can do well, okay? So I've actually been surprised by this, but if you think about the role of a CMO, a chief marketing officer, or somebody on the executive level in a company who's doing marketing, they're not always going to have it be their sweet spot to actually craft the messaging and the copy. And yet, the messaging and the copy is what, in my opinion, is the absolute most important part of marketing because it's something that is going to hook new customers. It's going to be something that defines your brand. We're talking taglines and slogans and campaigns and ads, and all of the things that people are going to read that are going to incentivize them to buy from you are going to be written by a copywriting professional. So it may be that many businesses will hire marketing professionals who don't have this specific skill, and then they'll end up farming out the actual copy work to a professional copywriter in a freelance capacity or as a member of a team. A lot of people hire copywriters on platforms like, Freelancer, Fiverr, Upwork, things like that, or they can go with the agency model like ours, which I think gives you access to a lot more quality because these people are actual professionals and not just kind of trying this out or doing it on the side. While you can hire a copywriter as a freelancer, as a one-off, say you're doing a landing page, you're doing a specific ad campaign, and you just need somebody with extra chops to, pull it off and write the sequence and all that. Ideally, you would have a copywriter who can become more of an integral part of your marketing team. So the longer a copywriter sticks with you, the more intuitive their understanding of your brand is. So there's a lot of work that goes into your brand voice, into your marketing messaging, because this is going to be something that has to make you distinct in the marketplace. Ultimately, it's what converts new customers. Your ability to describe what you can offer and how it's different than somebody else's is the heart of your success in the marketplace, right? There's a lot of competition in any industry. So unless you're offering something that is 100% unique, you need to be saying things about it in a unique way in order to be interesting enough and to get new business. So the longer a marketing copywriter can stick with you, the better your work is going to get, right? So you're just going to have this foundation of knowledge and understanding. So a copywriter who can function as part of a marketing team, that's kind of the sweet spot. That would be an ideal scenario instead of just hiring one-offs here and there. If you can spend some time investing in the right person and that person can track with you for a longer period of time, you're going to go a lot longer. Most of the times that kind of partnership is achieved through a copywriting contract that may be a retainer. So a lot of copywriters will go on retainer with a marketing agency, and then you can ask them to do anything. You can ask them to write emails for your system, you can ask them to write new ad campaigns, all of that. They're just kind of at your disposal on retainer for you at any time you need them. So to sum it up, copywriting is not about whether or not somebody can copy your stuff. That is important, R-I-G-H-T, and needs to be part of everything that you write. You need to have copyrighted material so people can't rip it off. But a copywriter is somebody who actually creates that material. It's somebody who is professionally proficient in crafting messaging, putting the right words together and creating something that makes your brand memorable in the marketplace. Hire a Writer is a copywriting agency. I run it. So if you are looking for an expert copywriter, world-class copywriting, to go on retainer with your brand or to hire for a one-off project, you can go to hireawriter.us. Subscribe to my channel. If you are looking at getting into copywriting, becoming a copywriter, or improving your abilities as a writer, I have plenty of videos that can help you do that. One of the most important skills a digital marketing copywriter can have is SEO. So next, watch this video on how to build an SEO keyword list, which is a crucial skill to succeeding in your website copy.